So we moved here about 4.5 years ago from Fort Myers, Florida, and shortly after that I began to feel a sore on the side of my breast. And I had had 10 years of consistent and consecutive mammograms in Florida. So I felt like there's nothing wrong because I just had a mammogram. And so I waited for about 6 months before I actually went to the doctor here. During my mammogram, when they stopped and called Florida for all 10 years of my records, at that moment, I knew I had cancer. I went through double mastectomy. I went through chemotherapy and radiation. I went through my reconstructive surgery. And as I was recovering, my back started hurting. Sure enough, the cancer had metastasized to my vertebrae. And that was like a sucker punch to the gut. That one took the wind out of Donovan and my sails. From the stage 4 cancer diagnosis till now, which it is still stage 4, but it has metastasized through most of my vertebrae and several areas on my back, in my hip and femur, in my skull, and in my brain. We are still fighting. We are still trusting God every second of every day. It is a desperation that you get to the end of yourself, of anything that you can do for yourself, and you have to completely rely on God, and that is right where God wants us. I have always had to fight for everything. I have always had to make my own way, pay my own bills, fight for grades or for anything that I wanted. I had to do it on my own. So to me, it is just all God preparing me for this walk. You're gonna go through stuff. You're not supposed to be surprised when you have trials. You're supposed to live your life with joy and honor God and make Him famous. I want people to see in me Jesus. I want them to smell the fragrance of Jesus when I walk in the room. And my strongest desire is to leave a legacy for my children, for them to be godly men. So something that I am doing is I am beginning to write letters to my boys, including Donovan because he's my biggest boy. I want them to know that they are well loved, that they are the anointed of the Lord, that they are men of integrity, that what you're going through doesn't have to define you, but it is God who leads you, because no one is promised our next breath. So I'm starting to write them birthday letters, and I'm starting to write them graduation letters, and my deepest desire would be to dance at their weddings and be at graduations and be in the birthing rooms when their wives have babies. But if I can't be there in person, I know God is faithful and that His ways are higher than mine and His thoughts are higher than mine, and that He will take care of everything. I will live and not die to declare the works of the Lord. I'm Trina Law, and this is my life story.